Let's just get right into it, shall we? For basically 2 whole decades, football fans have been locked in literally the ultimate debate, arguing over the greatest sporting rivalry of the 21st century. Yep, we're talking Lionel Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo. But hey, instead of relying on subjective opinions or, endless Twitter arguments, today's explainer is going to break down their unparalleled careers using hard data and actual tactical breakdowns. We're going to look strictly at the numbers, the real science behind their playing styles, and look inside their ultimate trophy cabinets to figure out exactly how these two titans completely changed the sport forever. But right off the bat, we hit a snag. How do you accurately compare two legends who were born 2 years apart? Whenever we look at all-time career lists, there's just this inherent flaw staring right at us. Ronaldo is 2 years older than Messi, right? So that obviously gives him a natural advantage in total career appearances and cumulative stats. To truly level the playing field and get a fair apples-to-apples comparison, we need a specific methodology. Basically, we have to freeze time.
So what's the solution? Well, we call it the age 36 checkpoint. To make this totally fair, we're taking a look at Messi's statistics at the exact moment he turned 36 back in June 2023. Then, we just rewind Ronaldo's timeline back 2 years to February 2021, right when he was blowing out his own 36th birthday candles playing for Juventus. This checkpoint gives us the ultimate baseline. It lets us see exactly where both players stood at the exact same stage of their physical and professional lives.
Okay, so let's look at the baseline. By his 36th birthday, Ronaldo had played 1,043 games. Messi had played just slightly fewer at 1,028. Honestly, we're talking about goal and assist tallies here that most professional players couldn't even dream of achieving in 3 lifetimes. These numbers literally make regular pros look like amateurs. But when we really dig into these columns, some pretty surprising truths start to emerge about who was actually tracking ahead at this exact milestone. 807. At age 36, Messi had scored an absolutely astonishing 807 goals. Now, I know Ronaldo was widely considered the ultimate goal scorer of the pair, but at this exact same age, he actually sat at 762 goals. That means Messi basically blew Ronaldo's total out of the water by nearly 50 goals at the 36-year mark, and he did it in 15 fewer appearances. It's one of those metrics that genuinely challenges the whole conventional narrative around their respective scoring paces, isn't it? But it doesn't stop at just goals. By age 36, Messi had registered over 100 more assists than his Portuguese peer. To be exact, 356 to Ronaldo's 225. Now, sure, Messi's dominance in playmaking might be expected by the football purists out there, but get this. He also edged out Ronaldo in hat tricks by this age checkpoint, 57 compared to Ronaldo's 56. The data clearly shows Messi passing through this 36-year threshold with just an almost unbelievable set of numbers. But hold on, because Ronaldo holds an absolute trump card. 143. That is the massive number of international goals Ronaldo has scored for Portugal, firmly cementing his unmatched status as the all-time record scorer in international football history. No one else even comes close. While Messi has an incredible 109 goals for Argentina, Ronaldo's sheer, unstoppable dominance on the international stage is a record that honestly just continues to stretch further and further into the distance as he keeps playing. Section 1. Intuition versus athletic precision. So, we've looked at the sheer volume of their achievements, but let's shift gears a bit. The real magic isn't just what they achieved, it's how they actually achieved it. The source material frames these two icons as entirely different archetypes. It's fascinating. Messi is described as an artist. He's someone guided by spatial intelligence, low-centered balance, and this microscopic ball control. He operates on pure intuition. Ronaldo, in total contrast, is framed as a relentless engineer. His whole game is built on physical evolution, optimizing literally every sprint and leap, fueled by just an unmatched competitive psychology. It's essentially the natural genius up against the engineered machine. Let's break down Messi's arsenal first. His left foot? It acts as both a scalpel and a compass. What makes him so impossible to duplicate is his spatial dynamics. He anticipates runs like 3 steps ahead of everyone else, and he absolutely thrives on spontaneous combinations in incredibly tight spaces. He doesn't just score, he acts as a creator. Really like a quarterback orchestrating the attack. And the data totally backs this up. Throughout their careers, Messi provides an assist every 238 minutes. Compare that to Ronaldo, who needs 365 minutes to register an assist. Now let's flip over to Ronaldo's arsenal. He completely rebuilt himself from a flashy winger into a terrifying goal-scoring machine through super targeted physical development. I mean, he features an unmatched vertical leap and these explosive sprint mechanics. And the data here is just wild. Over 17% of Ronaldo's goals were created by his head. Messi, just 3.7%. Plus, Ronaldo's psychological resilience is off the charts. It means he actually thrives on hostility and those crazy high-pressure environments that would break most players. Take a look at this. This is a scientific competing failure modes, or CFM, reliability curve. Researchers use this specifically to measure the time between goals. Notice how the blue line for Ronaldo and the red line for Messi almost perfectly overlap? It's incredible. It proves that despite taking entirely different types of shots and having completely different physiological builds, both of them maintain the exact same elite goal-scoring consistency over a 17-year period. It is an absolute masterclass in showing up week after week. It's a literal mathematical proof of their equal otherworldly dominance.
Moving on to Section 2, the ultimate trophy cabinet. Moving from the science of their play, let's summit the absolute peak of world football to impartially compare their ultimate team and individual silverware. Looking at the sheer weight of the gold here, Messi holds a clear advantage in football's highest individual honor, the Ballon d'Or. He's got a record 8 trophies to Ronaldo's 5. Messi also leads in European golden shoots, 6-4, and domestic league dominance, largely thanks to his legendary era with Barcelona, boasting 13 league titles to Ronaldo's 7.
But honestly, how do you even weigh their absolute peak achievements against one another? On one side, you have Messi's crowning glory, leading Argentina to the 2022 World Cup alongside 2 massive Copa America titles. On the other side, you have Ronaldo's unprecedented dominance in Europe's absolute most prestigious club competition, a joint record 5 Champions League medals, paired with his historic 2016 Euro victory with Portugal. These are literally the absolute pinnacles of the sport, achieved in completely different arenas. And this brings us to a really vital component of both their legacies: adaptability. It's a trait we all need, right? Whether in our careers or daily lives. But Ronaldo's ability to conquer different systems and entirely different eras is simply unmatched. He has won domestic league titles in England, Spain, and Italy. Even in his late 30s, his international form is terrifying, scoring 85 goals in his last 100 international games. And now, he's continuing to drive the sport forward globally, scoring relentlessly into his 40s with Al Nassr over in the Saudi Pro League.
Now, Messi's adaptability mirrors this, but it's much more tactical. Over his career, he shifted seamlessly from a right-wing playmaker to a false 9 and later into a deep-line creator, all while maintaining those elite scoring numbers we talked about. After winning a staggering 35 trophies at Barcelona, he transitioned to the MLS, and proving his immediate impact, he lifted the League's Cup with Inter Miami within literally months of arriving in America. Talk about hitting the ground running. Finally, Section 3, an unmatched sporting legacy. Zooming out from all the numbers and the massive trophies, the source material ultimately leaves us with this incredible thought: the combination of their attributes exists outside the boundaries of normal football development. Think about that for a second. Messi's spatial genius and Ronaldo's engineered perfection didn't just break records, they literally redefined what is humanly possible on a football pitch. As new talents inevitably rise, we really have to ask ourselves, will the sport ever again see 2 opposing forces perfectly push each other to such impossible heights for 2 straight decades? Take that thought with you, keep exploring, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.